And welcome to another edition of And There You Have It, stories from almost 40 years in local television. We've told you about the Jerry Seinfeld ambush and the election of the new pope and the O.J. Simpson phone call and several other stories. Today, I just call this one Duh. Sometimes I'm not the brightest bulb in the lamp. So let me take you back to the 1980s. In the 1980s, you'll remember that the Cardinals games were on Channel 5. And Jay Randolph was off one weekend to go do something for NBC, and they sent me to San Francisco to do the play-by-play of a Cards weekend series with the San Francisco Giants. And so I get to San Francisco. I have not been to San Francisco at this point since I was a kid, so I don't know where to eat or anything like that. And Jack Buck says, you've got to go to Scoma's. Scoma's is this legendary restaurant in Fisherman's Wharf, and so we ended up going to Scoma's for dinner that night. So I'm at Scoma's. The meal was just delicious. I really appreciated Jack Buck giving me this recommendation. But before dinner, I ordered a beer. Didn't think anything of it. Got back to Channel 5. I'm filling out my expense report, and I send it on. And a couple of days later, I get a phone call from Tom Barton. Now, in those days, Anheuser-Busch not only owned the Cardinals, they also owned the production company that did the Cardinals games. And Tom Barton says, I can't turn in your expense report. I said, why not? He said, well, on the receipt, it says you ordered a Coors. Now, I remember that I'm not a big beer drinker, but I did order an Anheuser-Busch product at Scoma's. However, they didn't have any at that point. I don't know if they do now. And so I just said, bring me something, and I guess they brought me a Coors. I didn't look at the receipt. But the last thing you want to do is, especially when you're new, is turn in an expense report to Anheuser-Busch that you ordered a Coors. So we just took that off the expense report and we all went on with life. Yep, sometimes I can be really dim. Hopefully, next week's story, I won't be quite as dim. And there you have it.